Greetings in the name of the Most High. You done know. Welcome to It's Our Thoughts, Not Yours. I am your host, OG, and I'm flying solo today because once again, the spirit came to me. I will be doing a show with Little Bully and Lash on Sunday, but this week something came over me and I wanted to talk about my spirit. I'm going to play some content for y'all today. Of course, it's my man Kwame Brown again. And he's just talking about some important things that I want to share with the community. But I'm going to touch on his videos later. For right now, I wanted to talk about my spirit. It's been on my mind, on my chest, so to speak. And I wanted to, you know, get it off my chest. So I believe I've always been a spiritual person. But I think I've been suppressing my spirit for many, many, many years for all the wrong reasons. But that spirit was always in me. It was just suppressed. Lately, I want to say within the last 2 to 3 years, I've been feeling my spirit want to come out, so to speak. Like he's been want to take over. And I've always been a curious dude. Like I've always been fascinated with history. No other subject. And you're going to see where I'm going with this. I've always been seeking knowledge my whole life. I've always been seeking knowledge, but not the knowledge you think. I don't seek man's knowledge. The type of knowledge I seek, man can't give me that knowledge. The knowledge I seek is human knowledge. Because of my spirit, I need to figure out in this world that I'm living in how to survive in it, how to interact with other human beings. So that's the thing I've been focusing on, and I'm learning about myself. I'm learning who I am. I'm learning what makes me tick and what makes me not tick. I'm also learning why my past relationships failed. I'm learning so much. I think the biggest thing that I'm learning throughout this spiritual awakening, what I'm learning is everything you go through life happens for a reason. And when you're when you're not awake yet and you're just living your life, everything happens for a reason. It's like what I'm learning is there are people that will come into your life just for a specific reason, whether good, whether bad. That person that you cross path with came there for a reason. And I'm learning so many people that I've met in my life. Now that I'm reflecting, those folks dropped me so many gems without me even realizing the gems I was receiving. So, man, it feels good. Like this spiritual awakening feels so great. And there's one brother I have to shout out. His name is Alan. It's my brethren. That is my spiritual brother. And check it. Me and this man is born on the same day, just 10 years apart. When I tell you that talking to him is like talking to myself, and like he gets it. Like he's spiritual like me. I'm spiritual. Like my sign, I'm starting to figure out why I am the way I am. One of the things I've been asking God for the past few weeks is what is my purpose here on this earth? It always boggles my mind. I don't know what my purpose is. I know that's weird to say at my age, but like I said, I don't subscribe to man's religion. I respect all religion, but I'm a spiritual person. I don't know what it was about the church. I went to so many different churches, Spanish church, black church, white church. I just couldn't get a connection. Was nothing. I don't know what it was. There was just no connection. Like my mind was just like, nah, this ain't for us. My spirit was saying this ain't for us. And now that I'm going through the spiritual awakening, now I understand why church never worked with me. Same thing with school. Now I'm understanding why I hated school. What they were teaching me didn't stimulate my mind. It bored me to hell. Like all that subjects they were talking about had no interest because I know life has a greater purpose than what they were trying to teach me. I'm a different human being. I think different. I move different. I act different. I don't subscribe to your norms. I don't see things the way a lot of people see things. I don't even hear things the way a lot of people hear things. That's why I always say when people talk to me, they need to be extremely careful when they're speaking to me because I will dissect the English language. Negro, I will go look up a word that you just told me just to go figure out what the hell you just said to me. That's how I roll. You just can't just talk to me all willy-nilly. I'm not your average Negro. I'm an intellectual black man, and I don't need no flipping degree to prove that. The reason why my relationships hasn't worked is because those women never stimulated my mind. I'm attracted to intelligence. I can tell y'all some funny stories, man. I don't really want to get into it, but quick sidebar. There's a lot of women that I date that are older than me, very successful. I take these women out because that's the type of dude I am. I'm a grown ass man. Fun fact, sidebar. When I take a woman out, I'm not looking to get into your drawers. Like society has messed these women head up so much. That's why I feel like these women always fall in love with me, but they're just not my match. Is I am such a different dude. Like spending money on food with you, that's nothing. In my culture where I come from, that's food dread. I don't care about that. I want to get to know you, who you are as a person. That's who I am. So when I take a woman out, they don't realize. I want to know your intelligence. How do you speak? Can you hold a conversation? Are you just pretty? Is that all you got going for you? You're just pretty? Well, that don't work for me, man. I need an intellectual woman. Because the way my mind works, I need my mind to be stimulated intellectually. You have to stimulate my mind intellectually. That's why I always, take these women out, get to know them, hear them speak. Like, nah, I'm good. Be blessed. That's how I keep it moving. But today, I want to talk about my spirit, man, that I'm going through this spiritual growth, this spiritual awakening. And it feels so good. I need to reach out to my brethren, Blanca, man, because the things he's posting, nobody doesn't. They don't even understand because they're not enlightened. I understand what he's posting. I get it. So I definitely need to reach out to him because I'm still asking God what my purpose is. And I think I'm figuring out what my purpose is. I think this podcast is my purpose. I think I'm supposed to be using this podcast as a platform to talk about my spirit, to talk about these things that's going on in our community, to try to touch someone's life in a positive way. If I can get to one human being and touch their soul, I've done God's work. So I think I know what my purpose is. And I'm changing. Like I know y'all dying to see my face. A lot of my peoples that I grew up in, I know y'all dying to see my face. I'm still me. I'm still that, blackanese, as I like to call myself. I just got some grays in the beard. But like my Rasta friend says, it's my wisdom growing. But I ain't wise. But he says that's my wisdom growing in. That's just a sign of maturity. I know y'all dying to see my face. Don't worry. You will see my face. I'm still as handsome as ever. Don't get it twisted. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking I'm more handsome now than when I was a younger dude because my mind is way more mature. I'm way more spiritual now. I'm understanding things better. So now I think I'm even more handsome. Fun facts, Dread. But yeah, your boy's on a spiritual growth, man. Like on a real spiritual growth. So Before I get into Kwame Brown's video, I just wanted to say something that is near and dear to my heart. My goddaughter, she's getting, she already got married, but she's having it's like an after wedding get together. Unfortunately, I won't be there. But I want her to know and her family to know. Shout out to Tawana and Becky, Mrs. Ricks, Mama Ricks. They hit me up. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I just wanted Akila to know that I'm sorry that I wasn't there all these years when your dad passed away. Like I said it on the last podcast, he made me your godfather for a reason. And don't take this wrong way. I never wanted to be your godfather, man. I don't know why. I didn't want that burden on. Because I the type of man I am, I take that stuff seriously. So when Sleeps, fun fact, her father nickname is Sleepy Cat, but I just call him Sleeps for a reason. I will explain his nickname in another podcast. But when Sleeps came to me, it was like, yo, I need to talk to you, man. I'm like, what up, nigga? Like, yo, son, I want you to be Akila's godfather. I'm like, nigga, what? He's like, yo, son, something happened to me, nigga. What you look out for my daughter? I'm like, shit. It's because I love that dude, like cook food. Like, Sleeps wasn't just my friend. He wasn't just my best friend. That was my brother. All right, sidebar again. I'm gonna give y'all a little fun fact with me and Sleeps. Me, Sleeps, and my man Poison, my brother, Elvon. Me, Jamel, and Elvon, we made a blood pact when we were kids. You know, kids were dumb. But Elvon he was a strange individual. Yo, he cut his finger, cut my finger, cut Jamel's finger, and said, niggas, put your hand together. We blood brothers from here on out. I believe we were like, I want to say 7 or 8 at the time. And we made that pact that we would never let money, girls, and any type of foolishness come between our friendship. And trust me, we fought. But we never let anything come between our friendship. If you see L, you seen me and Sleeps. If you see Sleeps, you see me, you see L. Whatever one of us, you seen all 3 of us. If you see one, you see the other 2. We was like the 3 amigos. So when he approached me on that, I was like, I was hesitant, but of course, that's my brother. So I said yes. But when he passed away, I was so heartbroken, so distraught. I was lost. Like, I had no idea I was lost. I couldn't even go to his funeral. Everybody calling me. Blanca was calling me. My brother Ness, Chester, like everybody was calling me like, yo, you gotta come down. So I'm like, nope. I sat in my crib in my apartment at the time and cried my ass off. Just tears. Just bawling my ass off. I fucking hated the world. Wasn't even thinking about you, Akila. I was just all in my feelings and forgetting that I had a responsibility, which was you. Obviously, I could never be your pops. But he wanted me to be there for you if you needed something, needed anything, advice, whatever it was, monetary needs, whatever it was, he wanted me to be there for you. And I failed you. And I'm sorry. I will make it up to you. Especially now that your godfather is going through a spiritual growth. I will make it up to you. You best believe. I'm sorry that I can't be there this Saturday. But no, I love you. I am so proud of you. He would be proud of you to see that the woman that you've become. Your husband looks like a handsome young man, looks like a good soul. Tell that nigga he better take care of you. The Brooklyn Jamaican in me gonna come out. I'm just joking, son. But no, all joking aside, your husband look like a good dude, man, and I'm happy for you. Congratulations. I'm sorry that I couldn't be there due to the JP, unfortunately. I work on Saturdays and couldn't get this Saturday off. So I'm sorry. But just know that I love you. And I'm going to make an effort to be more around for you. It's crazy, man, because if you really knew who I was, like really know who I am, you would find out. I mean, ask Tawana, she'll tell you. Ask your grandmother, she'll tell you. I'm the most down to earth nigga you'll ever meet. Like, just a real down to earth dude. Your old man was too. Just a down to earth, humble dude. Like the relationship I have with my son, people sometimes don't even see me as his pops. Like we look like best friends, but I did that on purpose. That's by design. Trust. But anyway, enough for me. That was my opening monologue. Akila, congratulations once again. That was my opening monologue. You know, sorry, Ness. I love you, my brother, but you want me to do the scripting? I can't do the scripting, Dread. I gotta let the spirit just take over and just flow with the spirit. You done know, rude boy. Freestyle, man. I get him off the dome. Now we're gonna listen to my man Kwame Brown. Something happened to him the other day, but there's some points he's gonna make, and I'm gonna give some commentary over it. So enjoy.
We're not educating our people. So look at what could have happened. It could have been a firearm. It could have been a licensed firearm, a legal firearm with the serial number shaved off out on the streets for somebody to harm another black or white person.
All right, to give y'all some context, a couple of days ago, Kwame Brown went to some business lunch meeting in the middle of the day in Atlanta, Georgia. And they broke into a truck, which was not his. He's borrowing his female's friend's truck, and they broke into the truck. So when you hear him explaining about all this stuff, nothing was taken, by the way, which is it's the weirdest thing. They broke into the truck, but nothing was taken. So of course, people are coming with the conspiracy theories. Did the truck get bugged? But he did say he's going to mention and say that his truck wasn't the only truck that got broken into. But yeah, it's just a little weird that they broke into the truck in broad daylight, mind you, and they didn't take anything. There was a pistol in the whip. It's the South, the Georgia. There was a burner in the whip. Money. There was money all over the whip, son. They didn't even take the money. So yeah, he's going to talk about it, but there's some things that he's going to mention that I want to give a little commentary about. So we're going to continue listening.
It could have been another firearm. We must protect these children. We must protect these women.
Here we go. It's like everything, like it's like they know. Now they want to run these blasted commercials in here. So forgive me. I was like, they know they want to do the commercials. So we're going to skip past the commercials.
Boys. And situations like this is the reason why so much happened. We have unskilled, untrained, mentally ill people walking around because they've lost hope. They've lost hope. They've lost hope. All we care about is fame now.
Facts.
Where's the party at?
Facts.
I saw a picture of damn people on horseback whipping and rounding up Haitian people.
I'm going to pause it right there. This is what I wanted to get into. It is perplexing me right now that happened. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, son, these dudes is on horseback, the border patrol, on horseback with whips. Do they not know the imagery of that they're putting out into the universe? You're whipping black people. Black people who's trying to run away from devastation. And you're whipping them. I've always said, I do not understand this country. What is going on with our morals and values? The United States is supposed to be the beacon of democracy. They're supposed to be the one showing the world how this democracy works, how everything we do is in a humane manner. If for whatever BS reasons you want to give that you don't want the Haitians here, which I totally do not agree with, those people belong here. Our brothers and sisters from Haiti belong here. For whatever reason the Biden administration wants to give. Son, there's a way to go about this. There's a humane way. It goes to show you, son, them border patrol people, they're inhumane. Inhumane. We should be housing these people, giving them food. If you want to send them back to Haiti, I don't know. Why did we never rebuild Haiti? Like, why are we not spending money rebuilding Haiti? The minute a Cuban come over here, them niggas get asylum. Why them Haitians not getting an asylum, son? And why is that? Yo, their president just got clapped a couple of months ago. It's like, yo, none of this stuff is going on. I keep telling y'all, son. They do not care about black people. They don't care. At my age now, I've seen so much already. Same song and dance, nothing ever changes. They don't care. So we shall continue.
Man, that looked like slavery in 2021.
Thank you.
Where is the fucking Democrats now?
Thank you.
With all this shit you talk, all inclusive, all this border hop, all this let them in asylum states, and where the asylum states at for the Haitian people?
I'm going to pause it right there. This is why I don't subscribe to any party. You know what? I'm going to give you a little sidebar real quick. Do you know this country's divided automatically? Like, it's once you have a Democrat and a Republican party, you already divide the country. That is the most stupid system that we have, because you already divide the country. These Democrats. These Democrats are only conservative Republican. What you should be voting for is progressives. They don't take corporate money. They're beholden to the people in their district. The people in their district is the progressives' boss. In my opinion, that's what you should be following. Because I'm a progressive. I don't subscribe to any party. I ain't loyal to Biden. And I look at these dudes' voting records, man. And anytime they put up two people, that's the worst of, what's that old saying, son? That, y'all know what I mean. I can't get it out of my head right now. You got two bad candidates, son. It's like, you put up, that's why, my opinion, I'm getting off on a little tangent here, but in my opinion, just my thoughts, that's why they didn't want Uncle Bernie to win. Because see, Uncle Bernie is a progressive, and he represents a real change. He wasn't talking the same song and dance these clowns been talking for the last, 30 odd years. I'm 46. It's the same shit. The only dude I don't really remember is Jimmy Carter, but I remember Reagan, bitch ass. So Bernie was going to be the nigga he was really going to fuck up the whole system. Like, he was going to change the system. They didn't want that. The powers that be didn't want it. And the powers that be I'm talking is the powers that be that funds both the Republicans and Democrat coffers. They didn't want Bernie. That's why they forced Biden to run. Biden didn't want to run, but they forced him to because they knew Bernie was going to kill that Democratic field. He's going to wipe that field apart. And they knew if Bernie would have got in, y'all would have saw a real change. We would have got Medicare for all. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Why is it that your health? Why is it that not your American right? Why is my health tied to my job? That is the most stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. This pandemic exposed that. And America still ain't changed. That's why I told everybody, we're in a pandemic. Motherfucker, when you got laid off, you lost your health care, right? You had to go on some state shit, or if you had state Medicaid, you lost your health care. If we're going through a pandemic and they still don't give us health care, that goes to show you they don't give two flying F's about you. I don't know what else to tell y'all, but we're going to keep going.
You so quick to kick their draws in their ass and send them back. How come they can't get a little state somewhere that they can get asylum until we figure it out? Didn't you give everybody else asylum? Or was you using them again for their emotions for the election?
Exactly.
See, you guys keep doing all this dumb shit, right? And keep listening to these weak ass weasels that got everything that you don't have. They have a security detail.
Yep.
So they're not worried about no motherfucking guns.
Exactly.
They have a security detail. Their cars won't get broken into. They got people watching their cars.
Yep.
But you and me, we got to fend for ourselves. And look at how they're treating people they don't like at the border in Texas. Look at how they're treating the people they don't like compared to the people they did like. Look how much media coverage the people they don't like get compared to the people they did like.
Facts.
No wonder y'all watching my channel. No wonder y'all sending everybody and their mama at me. And I'm telling you, keep sending them. Because all you doing is turning me back into the person that had to go through the homeless shelter and had to go through the hood and had to survive. That's all you turning me back into.
Preach. Preach.
But this shit, when is it gonna stop? This shit, in the middle of the day, this is the America that we live in now. In the middle of the fucking day, right outside of Buckhead. I'm talking about we got high rises up the street. And this is what we dealing with. The middle of the day. The middle of the fucking day. Not just my car. This is just not the busty bus crying. I'm gonna be able to fix my window. I'm gonna put the video up. There was 3 and 4 hard working men that's just, not to say I'm not hard working, but they just stopped to get lunch. They had on their vests, they had on everything they had to go to work and come back out there gonna be late to work because somebody bust their window out. In the middle of the fucking day. Well, you got high rises up the street from that place with concierge services. There's a high rise damn near directly across the street and diagonal from Steam House of Atlanta, and they have a concierge service. But then right up the street, they breaking in fucking cars.
That is crazy.
Man, y'all keep thinking it's about race and this and that. It is about behavior.
Thank you.
It's about behavior. I don't give a fuck about your sex. I don't give a fuck about your gender. I don't give a fuck about none of that. White, black, none of that. What is your behavior?
Thank you.
Are you stealing from somebody? Are you harming? Are you killing somebody? Do you wake up every day with anger towards somebody else? What is your purpose in life?
What is your purpose in life? Boy, I've been asking that question a lot. So today I went on Facebook, and I'm on Facebook, and shout out to Mr. Lowe. Probably doesn't even remember me and shit, but me and this nigga went to school together. Okay. We went to elementary and junior high school together. High school, niggas parted ways. But this man is a Brooklynite. I believe his family's from the West Indies. He is a Democratic congressman from Oklahoma. Yeah, that's thinking. This nigga's from Brooklyn, transplanted out to Oklahoma. Now he's like a state congressman there. And he had posted something about, I think it was something about some consulting and how to get the zoning thing. I love the zoning stuff. I don't really realize what that zoning stuff is, but I actually know what that is. If I had the bread, you best believe I would have probably moved out to Oklahoma to open up a school, because I think those are one of the things that's resting on my chest, on my spirit, is I think I want to open up a school. So I posted on I commented on his post that I'm not sure if you know what, where's my phone? I'm gonna read the exact crap I said, because the exact statement I made, because I don't want to freestyle this one off the top of the head, Ness. I'm actually gonna look for his post. Give me a second, y'all. I wrote, I'm not sure if you hear this enough. You are an inspiration. I'm proud to see the man you've become. Stay blessed. So yeah, a lot of people like that comment I made too, by the way. But it was real talk. Like, dude, son, I remember, the struggle, the mud that Jason came from, and now he's doing great things. He's an inspiration. Like, he inspires me. Like, on some real talk, in another life, I would have been a politician if I didn't make some choices when I was young, I would have ran for office here in Worcester as a Justice Democrat. Yeah, progressive. I would have ran as a progressive. But because I know how politics work, they would dig into my background and I did some naughty things. So I didn't want that embarrassment on there. Even though it's not an embarrassment to me anymore, but still, I just know how politics works. I was like, nah. Because I honestly believe that I would be a good politician because I have a great heart. And I would work for the people. Like I would take small donations. But yeah. So shout out to Jason, son, doing big things on in Oklahoma. We see you, brethren. We see you.
I'm so glad I never turned into a bitter, angry person because it wouldn't allow me to see my own dreams. How I got to where I got to, I had to dream this shit, and then I had to speak it and manifest them thoughts and ideals and that talk into action, and then I put one foot in front of the other. This shit's sad, man. This sad what America is feeding these kids because it's gonna be more situations like this. If I can come from the ghetto and the cheese line, anybody can do it. And
Exactly.
that's the message that they do not want to get out. That's why they have LeBron telling you more about all this other shit than how he made it out of Akron, Ohio, and he one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever laced the court. You gotta start giving your testimony.
See what he said right there? We got to start giving our testimony. This is why I follow Kwame Brown. Y'all need to go sign up to his YouTube page. Support this brother. It's Kwame Brown Bus Life. That's why I started this podcast. It was, let me tell y'all a quick story real quick. I was asking God, like, son, what is my purpose here on this earth? I could not figure it out, man. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, what is it that you want me to do? And Kwame Brown popped up on the scene. And I'll never forget the message he said that resonated with me. He was like, we brothers have been standing on the sideline, on the sidelines for too long. He's like, we need to start speaking up. We need to start giving our testimony. He was like, start a podcast, do something. He was like, just get your message out there. Like, no more just sitting back and not getting the message out. And what I loved about him was because I've been on YouTube for like Jesus. Ever since I cut the umbilical cord to TV, I've been messing with YouTube. So it was like he came onto the YouTube scene and he did something I've never, ever, ever, ever seen before on YouTube. This is how I know he was a spiritual dude. This dude came on YouTube and was like, I'm gonna be your stimulus check. So any content creator that wants to use his videos, he's like, have at it. I'm not gonna copyright strike you. All I want is if you can just put, the link to my channel in your description box if you're gonna play my videos. That was it. So what I witnessed was everybody was eating off this dude. So many small YouTubers just popped out of nowhere overnight, 10, 15,000 subs because of him. And that's a real black man. That's a brother that he's a skin folk. We rock with him because that showed me his spirit, his heart. All those other envious YouTubers never did that. They never did that. They always do this little copyright strike thing. I'm like, nigga, what the hell is that? That is stupid. Why are you copyrighting striking another brother, another sister, if they're doing commentary on your video? Like, why are you being a hater? But Kwame Brown was different. He was like, nah, because he knew the bigger picture. The bigger picture for him is you're getting his message out there. And we're getting people to talk. Like, people are talking now. A lot of black folk and Spanish folk are talking. They're not walking around like zombies. A lot of people are paying attention because he keeps exposing everything. And when he keeps exposing stuff, you're looking, and people have a brain and a mind. They go on Google or they can see these videos, and people have, listening comprehension skills because he'll say something and then we'll play the video of the other person. The other person is not even paying attention to what Kwame's saying. They're just drawn for something else to paint a narrative. But yeah, Share your testimony. I told that to my spiritual brother Alan. Like, dog, you can't be holding all this spiritual knowledge you have. Like, I understand people are not going to be able to handle it, but when you come across people's lives like he did mine, son, you got to share that. You got to share that. Because I've always been yearning for knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and I'm finally getting that. But yes, I'm sharing my testimony. That's what this podcast is for, to connect with the younger generation and to share my testimony. That's why I'm such an open-minded dude. Nigga, if you ever thought you did some shit that I didn't do, you're bugging. I was on these streets. I wasn't always this calm, spiritual brother. Yeah, I don't even know what my street nickname was. I just go by OG on this podcast because I'm playing with words. But I don't really want to share my street nickname here because I don't want to have to explain on the podcast what that name means. Because the society we're living in today, they're not going to like that street nickname. So I'm not going to use it. So I just go by OG. But trust me, that's why I'm such an easygoing person, understanding person. There's nothing you've done that I didn't do when I was young. So I get it. I would never lecture anybody. I would just give you my thoughts and you take what you want with my thoughts. But I don't like telling people how to live their lives. So, yeah. I'm sharing my testimony. So I just want to touch up on that. Sorry about the rant. That's just how I get. Son. Like my mom's calling me a passionate now. I'm so passionate, but we'll keep it rolling. Shout out to my mother. Love you, Mom.
Fuck all this other shit. We all have a testimony that can help someone else. People come on my live and they give their real testimony. And that shit is heartbreaking. It's hurtful to hear. But then when you see the strength that's still in the person who told the story, that's what keeps other people moving on.
Facts.
That's what keeps others moving on. We have to tell our testimony.
Yes, sir.
Your story can help someone else. It's not about bragging. It's not about this. It's not about that. Give your lived testimony. You never know who you can reach.
That's why I have so many stories to tell y'all, but I'm telling you, I have a creative mind. And I consulted with my big brother Ness. And, he co-signed what I want to talk about. He just want me to switch the names up in the stories. But I have a testimony to tell. I have a lot of stories to tell, man. But, yeah, man, I have my testimony to tell, and I'm going to keep sharing it. Like tonight, the spirit came over me. That's why I started the podcast with that long monologue about my spirit. Like, I'm a spiritual man. That's why when my man T posted that message on Facebook, like he subscribes to no religion, he's spiritual. Oh, come on, dude. I had to like that. That's me right there. I respect all religion, but I'm a spiritual person. I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. It doesn't resonate with me. I'm a Sagittarius / Capricorn. For my spiritual people out there, you know what that means. Let's keep it moving.
My whole life is a walking testimony. I need a woman who's safe. I don't need a woman who's trying to control me.
You see that right there? Oh, man, I love this dude, son, because that's how I feel. I don't want, my relationships all have failed because these women I don't know what it is. They want to control your boy. And I'm like, nah, son, I don't subscribe to that because I don't want to get into the relationship talk, but just to jump off what Kwame is saying, like, for me, when it comes to relationships, dog, I ain't trying to tell no woman what to do, what to dress, what time to come home. First of all, in my mind, if I have to do all of that stuff, you and I are not being together. You're a grown-ass woman, son. I shouldn't have to tell you about respecting your partner. I'm your partner. I'm your man. I shouldn't have to tell you these things. You should already know these things because I know these things. If I live with a woman, there ain't no way in hell I'm coming in the crib 12 o'clock. I'm in that crib by 10 o'clock because it's respect. It's respect. That's all it is, because it doesn't matter if I'm not doing anything. It's the optics. You see what I'm saying, Dread? It's the optics, how it look. It looks like I'm doing something dirty. So why put yourself in that position? Just be home at a respectable time so there's no argument. My woman don't have to ask me where I'm going, what time I'm going. You don't have to worry about all of that. If I choose to tell you, trust, I'm going to tell you, babe, I'm going over such and such. I'll be back. But if you're going out with your friends, so I don't want to know all the details and all that shit. I trust you. If I can't trust you, why are we in this relationship? I'm such a simple dude. Trust is everything to me. Trust and communication. Those two things are the biggest things for me in a relationship. Son, if I have to just be all over you about everything, where you going, who you with, no. You're not my child. So fuck that. If I gotta do all of that, I don't want to be with you. I'll walk away. And if a woman tries to control me, want me to bend the knee, I'm sorry. My mama seasoned and didn't raise me to be no punk. And the niggas I grew up with didn't raise me to be no punk. So no, that's not happening here. So let's continue to Mr. Brown.
Baby, we gonna be all right. When I say that, you gotta understand it.
Exactly.
I got so much. I can write a book and get us $1 million. You gotta believe it though.
Exactly.
I don't understand. I think we're in a simulation. We're in a game.
Yep.
Men that's on your grind and on your purpose, step back from the table. And I ain't talking about the dinner table. I'm talking about from the table of women. Right now, when you on your grind, man, you never know what you're going to get in some of these women. Step back from the table.
Well, I've been stepping back from this table for 7 years. I've been single and happy because I've been growing spiritually. Little by little, I've been growing. I'm gonna let Kwame continue, but he is so right about that. Like, I think one of the biggest changes I made was stepping back from the woman. Like, I will go out on dates, because I'm a human being. Human beings get lonely. So I will go out on dates, but it wasn't nothing. Like, I really focused on myself. I didn't want to be in a relationship with nobody. I just wanted to focus on myself. So I took a step back and I just started growing spiritually. Like, my spirit started growing and I've started to learn things, but I was still kind of like stuck in the mud until I met my spiritual brother, Alan. Until he shined the light for me, gave me some stuff to read. And boy, did he open up Pandora's box. And now my mind is just flowing with all this information. And I'm in the baby stages of my spiritual growth. And that's the fun part, is I'm in the baby stages of my spiritual growth. But yeah, I've took a step back from the woman. And the crazy part is, right, like, I'm interested in someone right now. But me and this person has been bonding. Yeah, we've been bonding. Like, she's confided in me. I've confided in her. She's told me some very deep personal things. And I know when a woman tells you those things, she has interest. But her and I have been bonding, and she has an old soul. And I love it. And she's very intelligent. And I love that too. She's also very beautiful. But it's her intelligence that makes her shell that she's in, it makes her shell beautiful, because her soul, she has an old soul. Like, the type of woman she is, those women are unicorns. Now, she doesn't realize she's a fucking unicorn. I'm not even joking. Like, she is a unicorn, nigga. Women like her don't think like that anymore. And I love how she thinks. Like, that's very attractive to me. Very attractive. So, I'm just letting my spirit go with the flow. And don't know where it will lead with her, but we shall see. Shout out to Chevy.
If I can tell you some of the horror stories and tell you some of the shit that I done for women, that they can't find no other man that they can say did that for them, and they'll tell you they hate me. Men, step back from the table when you're on your purpose. I'm stepping back from the table. The shit that's being offered, I don't want it. It doesn't do me no good. I can do this shit by myself. I know how to cook. I need the number to the cleaning lady. That's it.
That's with me too, son. I know how to cook, son. I can cook my tail off. Shout out to mommy, son, with mama seasoning dread. I can cook. My problem? Cleaning. Son, sometimes, son, I'll be wanting to call for a cleaning lady, son, to come clean my crib, son, because I'm not a fan of cleaning. Like, I don't have fun and joy. I don't know. I don't take joy. I'm a man. I'm a man. I like to cook though. Cooking is my shit, and especially I love to cook for other people. So I don't like cooking for myself. Funny enough, I actually like cooking for other people. I love to cook. Cleaning though, I'm not gonna front. So I'm not gonna hold you. Cleaning ain't my thing. I'm not Kwame, nigga. I need the number to the cleaning lady. Let's continue.
Step back from the table, man. You guys are gonna learn, and we all gonna learn. I done learned. Like, no, the thought process. You can't be connected to nothing. If everything break up your heart and break up your spirit like this, 50 Cent said it the best. How deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone?
Bars, my nigga. Bars. You hear what he just said? So he quoted 50 Cent, my nigga. I'm telling y'all, Kwame Brown is an old soul. That's why I never understood, like, why are people coming after him? You are fucking with a Geechee dude. Go Google Geechee and you'll know what that is. And if you know what that is, your ass will keep your mouth shut if you're not going to say the correct things to him. He dissects every word that comes out of another human's mouth. He's not your average human being. First of all, the nigga's 7 feet tall, so I'm not even joking. He's not your average human being. But his mind is on a whole nother level. So that's why he keeps exposing everybody, because he knows these clowns are brainwashed and sleeping. Listen to this man. Listen to his words. Fun fact, y'all. These dum-dums don't know that he's Geechee. Like, they just think they're not used to him. Like, he's Dave Chappelle, dog. He's not even a comedian. But every time you come to this nigga, son, he will roast you, son. Roast you, then throw gems on top of it. Nigga, you can't fuck with him. I've seen some of the best comedians in their little ciphers go at it. He's one of these niggas. And he's not even a comedian. That brother's talented. Let's continue.
So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm finna go get me some tape for this window. And then we're gonna fix this. If I'm rambling and ain't saying nothing, then get the hell on. Let me remove you. Let me block you. Remove. I'll block you the next time I see you. Because if I'm just rambling, why would you listen to somebody who rambling? Yeah. You need to get the fuck on. You over here listening to somebody who rambling, you got to be a jackass to listening to a rambler.
Facts.
What kind of person think it's a diss to say he over here rambling? You over here listening. Jesus H. Christ, what's wrong with people? Are you the lady I'm talking about, or are you a baby mama that can't let go? I just don't understand. Get him, dog, get him. That dog on his ass. That dog ain't letting him. That dog won't let him take him nowhere. The dog bucking on him. Yeah, buck on him. Then don't let him take you nowhere. Yeah, nigga get in here and comment stupid shit. Hey, you rambling. You listening. I should ramble so I should ramble some more for your dumb ass. You'll be right there watching. Stupid motherfucker. But anyway.
Yo, even right there, right? Just think about the little joke he just made right there. Just off the one dude, being a troll in his live. He just makes that little joke. Stupid motherfucker. Who that remind y'all of? Bernie Mac. Come on, man. Holla at your boy.
Y'all like my hat? How that happened? I was in there eating. I told you, I wish Uncle Elroy was there. If Uncle Elroy was there, Uncle Elroy would have beat the shit out of him. I wish Uncle Elroy was there. Yeah, man, he just slapped my. Well, this ain't my shit, but I just wish Uncle Elroy was there. Ooh, if Uncle Elroy was there, shit. Oh no, I'm safe. They hitting cars. They ain't hitting me. They hitting the car window. Shit, I ain't no car window. I hit back. No, they ain't steal nothing. Look at all the shit they missed. A nice knife. They missed a nice knife. They missed a firearm. They missed cash. They missed Newports. They could at least stole the goddamn the little window jack I got for the phone. They ain't take nothing. Shit.
So that makes me wonder a little bit, right? The thief broke the car window, but didn't take anything. So that has me thinking a little bit. Because this truck is not his truck. He's smart. I believe his main vehicle is being serviced. So his lady friend, she let him use her truck. So I don't know if somebody's watching him or following. I'm just speculating here. Because where I come from, why would you break the window but don't take anything, especially when it's right there, it's accessible. Now he did say the alarm went off, so he thinks that's what scared him away. But I'm just curious of why they broke into the truck and didn't take anything. Did they plant a bug in there? Like, were they sending a message? Because he's been on his conscious tip, and for some reason, if I just look at history's past with America, anytime some brother comes with this conscious speak, man, they try to shut you down, do everything they can to silence your voice.
Yeah, I was riding up here and glass was blowing. But see, they did a good job with this window because they got a little tint film on the back of it. That's helping all the glass from going everywhere. And the alarm went off, so they got spooked. But it's just a window, you know. I'm thankful they didn't get nothing. They didn't even get $1 out this bitch. The dollar's still out there. I'm show you. Where the dollars at? Where the dollars at? They didn't even get the dollars. It's $1 right there. They ain't getting that chain. I don't know what the fuck they were looking for. Shit.
Facts. So we're gonna leave it there on that video. I'm gonna transition to another video. And it's my man Kwame Brown again. But this time it's him and Pierre again. Pierre is back. Pierre came out and apologized, but he apologized and then he talked on the side of his mouth. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, like I don't understand people, right? When you make an apology, son, you apologize and keep it moving. Why would you apologize and be condescending on the next sentence on your mouth? Like, that's why I always said people need to really listen to themselves speak. Like, if you give an apology, nigga, give an apology and just keep it moving. Why are you going to be condescending with the apology? Because now the apology comes off of not being sincere, right? It comes off as you are not being sincere. So yeah, him and Pierre are at it again, but this time Pierre apologized and Kwame Brown apologized. But y'all need to hear it. Y'all need to listen to this because this shit is funny. But this is a teachable moment. Like, this is a real teachable moment here.
Oh, yeah. We after 2 minutes now. Woo. Pierre. Hey, Pierre.
They did it again, son. Like every time, son. Then, you know, they be shadow banning Kwame Brown, but now they throwing advertisements in this shit. Like YouTube, y'all are funny.
Hey, listen here. Since you say you're a brother, okay. Allegedly you're a brother, okay. Brother to brother, right? Let me start off by saying, first of all, I don't know who told you I was a fan of yours. I don't know who said that. I don't know who could have told you. I know Ronaldo or Barbara, a couple niggas up there you might know. But shout out to B More anyway. Shout out all the DC, Virginia. I love it up there. But they don't really act like you, sir. And so I was thinking about you just like anybody else thought about you. I remember this nigga in something. Baps or some shit. This nigga was the goofy nigga in one movie or one, maybe two. Like that would be like me fronting like, oh nigga, I was an all-star. Niggas would be like, even niggas I know would be like, nigga, quit lying. Nigga, I was defending you the whole time. Nigga, stop lying. You know what I mean? So why is you fretting like somebody goddamn was it you was some hell of a nigga like somebody just knew you all over the place? Motherfucker, I didn't know you. But let me accept your industry apology, okay? And I'm going to give you an industry, yeah, I thank you for your industry apology. And I'm going to give you an industry acceptance. And I'll say back to you, my industry apology is I apologize for calling you a wet baby seal and a weak weasel. I apologize for.
Yo, I have to pause it there. So, yo, this nigga be making me laugh. He called Pierre a wet weasel. I'm telling you, the roasting, son, the jokes, the things he come up with, that's that country stuff in him and his old soul. Mix that in, and yo, his roast is legendary. Because I don't think y'all are peeping. I am. Pierre can't handle him. Pierre can't handle him, son. Like, Pierre's a comedian, my dude, and he cannot handle Kwame Brown, son. Pierre can't roast him. Like, Pierre's been trying. What's that song Casanova said? It hit different. Like, son, I'm sorry, Pierre, but your jokes, they're just not hitting, son. They're not hitting. They're not hitting right now. Let's continue.
Calling you those things. Oh, baby dolphin head bitch. I apologize for calling you all those things in the past. But see, now I gotta refresh it up again and call you a wet baby seal and a weak weasel dolphin head bitch for the shit you just said. See that? So I apologize, industry, for that shit, and I hope you accept mine too. But now I'm saying fuck you all over again because I can't respect no nigga like you. Because let me tell you something. See, I would respect you more if you would have said, because you started out your live like, yo, I'm being booked. I had some good things. I had some bad things. I'm being booked all over the country. I'm just show. It's COVID, right? What the fuck?
You heard what he said. What Pierre said, right? Pierre said, "Oh, I'm getting booked." So I told you, Kwame Brown, son. This man is very intelligent. He put it together. Like, Pierre came at him just to get YouTube algorithms to get some shows. But here's the thing: this nigga Pierre's not funny. So, like, why is he getting the shows? Oh, I know why he's getting the shows. Let's let Mr. Kwame Brown explain it to us. Get him, Kwame.
What you doing traveling all over the country being booked? You wasn't in no hell of a show like that, boy. So you said my name to get viewership and you pandered towards gay people because for the life of me, I can't understand why you keep bringing up gay people, boy. That's for the life of me, I can't understand. So since, let me, I've been working out my neck tight now. Let me loosen up for the weak weasel. So, hold on, let me get a little water. Hold on. Loosen up for this weak ass weasel. So since you keep saying things that I never said, right? You want to apologize. That's the new thing to do now. This is why I call it an industry apology. See, I've been in those rooms where somebody say something that's real outlandish and jackass bullshit, and people are paying close attention to the words that I'm saying out of my mouth, and people are paying close attention to the words that you're saying out of yours. And people are starting to see that the shit you saying is horse shit. And the shit I'm saying is not only what they're thinking, but it's true what I'm saying, and you're changing my words, and they can hear that you're doing that because I keep pointing it out. And you keep talking about it, sir, giving me the opportunity to point out the fact that you will not stick to the topic, sir. So we can all give a fake industry apology, just like they tell you to do in those rooms when you say something wrong. Just apologize so you don't look like the bad guy. And then after you apologize, then you go ahead and debunk and say all kind of horse shit that pretty much destroys your apology. But people will think you're the nice guy because you apologized. So
see, he's making a very valid point, man. People just apologize because they're just saying the words. There's no meaning behind it. You can always tell when an apology is genuine. And then you can always tell when apology is just BS. Just because someone say, I'm sorry, doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually sorry. Behavior is everything, especially when it comes to me. Like I've always just watched behavior. Like I just look at good behavior, bad behavior. Doesn't matter your sexuality, anything else. Bad behavior is bad behavior. Period. Period. So when I see bad behavior, I'm like, dog, yo, it's bad behavior, son. There's nothing to do with anything else when we all need to carry ourselves a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So bad behavior is bad behavior. Let's continue.
I apologize too. And now I'm gonna give my critique of that bullshit you said, boy. Now look here, weak weasel. Nothing I said had anything to do with being homosexual or gay. You keep trying to make an analogy. So the opposite of the heterosexual man wearing a dress is gay. So the nigga, I never said bring up no analogy, did I? Use the words that are coming out of my fucking mouth, sir. I said no heterosexual men. And I said that I grew up around none. And most people agree, even you agree, that no heterosexual men that you've been around wore dresses. That doesn't have anything to do with the homosexual community, with women, with children, with none of that. I was specific. I said heterosexual men.
I'm gonna pause it right there. That's the thing that's been boggling my mind, son. Is like, why are dudes who claim, now I have to use this word, dudes who claim to be heterosexual, why are you wearing these dresses? And man, why does it have to be a black dude? I'm not understanding this. Like, yo, I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but I respect the dude. The dude is the GOAT. Like, real talk. Like, dude is the GOAT. Like, we're not going to see another Tom Brady for the next probably 30, 40 years or ever again. You think Tom Brady, you think they'll ever put Tom Brady in a dress? He is America's golden child. He represents manhood. They will not put that blonde hair, blue eye white man in a dress. But for some odd reason, they see a black man who has the physique of a strong black man. They want to feminize him real fast. Why? Just ask yourself this question. That's all. We're just asking. Why? Why are you trying to feminize strong black heterosexual males? What is the purpose of that? What is that serving? And why are you not doing it to these white male counterparts? We're just asking. These are just my thoughts. Let's continue.
Why can't we be spoken up for, talked about in our own sector by itself without bringing in all the other people that I'm not talking about? Why can't we do that? What is wrong with you? You said something like, my fans are coming to you, and that my fans threatened your life and they wanted to kill you and this, and that. Another way for you to try to paint me and the people who respect me and like me as some sort of villains. I didn't get on here crying about some of the stuff that was told to me by the people that keep listening to you, that keep bringing up gay people when I haven't said anything about gay people. But I'm assuming that some of these people are gay. But do you want to know what some of these people have said to me? Are you kidding me, sir? You don't want to demonize and start, because I know that you have no control over what someone says that's not putting a picture up. So I would never get online and try to paint that picture about everybody who supports you like you just did, sir. See, all you did was a rally cry. You was doing job promotion, you networking. That's all you're doing, you networking. And so you're networking, so you're getting booked because you ain't funny. And so you keep pandering to gay people. And when I'm not saying anything about gay people, I want to have a conversation about heterosexual males, black males that are made to be effeminized and made to look feminine, wearing dresses when they're supposed to have wives and they're supposed to be masculine and they're supposed to be men.
Exactly, son. Why we can't, I don't understand. Why are we not having this conversation? Why can't we have this discussion? We're asking these questions. Like, I'm very curious to know. I already told you I'm a spiritual man, so my mind is curious. Like, I want to know. And it's crazy to me that the church is dead silent. I told y'all, this is why I don't subscribe to no religion. The church is dead silent. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear a cricket, nothing. I remember back in the day that if this was occurring back in the day, so you would have seen some pastors, some reverends, somebody would up there would have had a microphone in their face. I'm like, we shall not do this and that for the Lord. Da, 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 da. Now you don't hear or see anything. I'm telling you, man, God is great, man. God is wonderful. And I say it every day when I wake up. Thank you, God. Because I'm telling you, my spirit has just been leading me away from all of this buffoonery. It's the only way I can describe this stuff is just buffoonery. I agree 1,000% with Kwame Brown, man. Heterosexual males should not be wearing dresses, period. It's not in the black culture. We don't get down like that. That is not us. That is not who we are about. Believe it or not, some black people are very spiritual people, very religious people, very conservative too. Believe it or not, a lot of black folks are conservative. And I think the powers that be know that. So I feel like there's a diabolical system going on right now to really get at the black community. And what they've been doing is trying to get the women, our women, because those words they love to use, strong, liberated, independent. Those three words, to me, you know what it sounds like to me? Your ass is going to be old and single. That's what those words resonate with me, because I'm not dating a woman like that. I already told you the type of woman I'm interested in. Not that. That's toxic to me. That relationship would never work with me because I'm an old soul. So how's an old soul like me going to subscribe to that mindset? And a lot of men who are not even spiritual like me, they're just men. They're not going to subscribe to that. They're going to try to hit it and bounce. And that's what men are starting to realize now. They're just trying to tap these women and bounce. They're not trying to be committed. That's why a lot of these modern women, I'm going to start doing videos on those, by the way, about these modern women, because I think we need to bring that to the forefront. So many single mothers, man. Like at my JP, so many stories I'm hearing, all these women that they single and they got 3-4 kids. And they're in my age bracket. They're in their 40s, late 30s, 40s. That tells me, son, you're already sour. Like, what dude is going to want to be with you with all of those kids? He's just going to want some pum-pum. That's it. I'm keeping in a buck. He's just going to want some pum-pum and bounce. Like, these women don't realize, son, all this liberating and being free and all of this stupid talk, son, that shit just going to end up you being by yourself. Go back to your elders. Connect with your elders. Talk to the elders. They will tell you some traditional values you need to uphold. Ain't nobody telling a woman not to be strong. But all this independent stuff, I'm my own boss, blah, 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 that type of rhetoric, that type of talk will turn off a man. That man will just be a man and be like, all right, that's the type of woman you are. All right, I'll just tap in and move. And that's what most men do. Trust me, I see it. They're just tapping and bounce. Me, sex is not, in my mindset, how I think, that is like the last on my list. I told you earlier in this podcast what I look for, but I know I got off on a little tangent. I started preaching, because, you know, that's your boy. Let's get back to Kwame. So.
See, that's what I said. I don't know what you're talking about. You said also that after you said all this, you hope my fans ain't doing this to Kwame, so that, because I hope my fans are not doing that either. But I understand that you can't control that, so I would never put that narrative out about all your fans. So just know that your fans are saying some crazy shit to the old Busty Bus, okay? So don't make it seem like your side is so peaceful or whatever side you're talking about, okay? So let's move on. You said, after all you said, I'm putting my neck out on the line. See, I like my neck. See? And I never said I was putting my neck out on the line. I said I was an old Busty Bus. I said we all or nothing. I said I'm not your leader. So why do you keep putting words in like that I'm putting my neck out on the line? What did you mean by I'm putting my neck on the line? Who's gonna chop this neck? Who's gonna bother this neck? Why would they bother this neck? It's all inclusive, right? So why would my neck be on the line? So you said that speaking up for masculinity is an uphill battle, and speaking against the gays is an uphill battle. I will say again, sir, I am not speaking against anyone that's gay. I don't understand why you keep bringing up gay people, sir. You might want to come out the closet, or something, because you keep inserting gay people into a heterosexual man's talk, sir. You cannot try to, and I notice, sir, see, they shouldn't have let you talk. They should have made you drop your mic. Because, see, I did a little research on the little video you said, right? I wrote down a little notepad. And you tried to give examples, and to me, you was trying to soften our community up by pointing out some of our heroes that the black community like that may have done something that's on the lines of what you think that I'm talking about, right? So you said, well, back in my day, a man wouldn't wear a nose ring. And I would never call a man gay who wore a nose ring. First of all, I never called Russell Westbrook gay. I just said, fuck you. I said, if you're a heterosexual man, you shouldn't be in a dress. That's what I said. I didn't call this man gay.
Facts.
But that's what you keep saying because you want to pat on your ass, or I mean the back, from gay people, I guess. Because I'm not talking about gay people, but you keep saying that. So to make your point, to drive your point home, they should have made you drop your mic because you're telling on yourself. First of all,
I want y'all to listen carefully at this part right here. This is where I always say on the podcast that listen to when people talk to you. You will be amazed how stupid people are. Just listen. Don't say nothing. If they need a response from you, just nod your head. But just listen. I want y'all to listen to this, what Kwame Brown said, because I don't think Pierre realized the words that came out of his mouth, because I think he's not an intellectual person to sit back and, think about his thoughts before he speak. He just blurt shit out. But Kwame Brown is a Geechee man. So he listens to the words people say. So pay attention to this part.
Neck is on the line for talking about you claim gay people. So if you talk about gay people, your neck is on the line, which I'm not even talking about gay people. I'm talking about heterosexual men. So you keep trying to turn the corner to make it about gay people so that my neck will be on the line. Wow, Pierre. You really dumb, ain't you, boy? So in your example, you said people in your day would not wear nose rings. People in my day, yeah. They wouldn't wear no nose rings, and I wouldn't never look at it as gay as somebody who wear nose rings. And you know who wear a nose ring? Yeah. Tupac. Tupac wore a nose ring. Yeah. And I know Tupac wasn't gay. He spoke up for men. He spoke up for women. And I'm sitting there like, okay, let me listen to them more. Then you gave another example. Yeah. I wouldn't just call a man gay. Andre 3000, he wore wigs. And I said, look at this pandering bear. But you notice what you did, sir? I said they were targeting black males, heterosexual males, and you named two black people. You named two black people. And first of all, I wasn't talking about no wigs or no damn earrings. Secondly, men did wear wigs. Judges wore wigs. It used to be looked at as a sign of respect.
See, this is why I know Pierre is not that bright. Because you see how smart Kwame Brown is to know that? I knew that. Yeah, back in the day, men used to wear wigs. It was a sign of respect. Those, they got that from the colonial European days. The judges, they used to wear wigs and all of that. It was a sign of respect. There wasn't nothing about being feminine or anything like that. But Pierre didn't even know that, Dread. That is hilarious, bro. Like, so think about it, right? Like, if I'm a comedian or whatever, and I see this right here, I'm doing my homework. Like I'm gonna prepare. Like if I'm a comedian, and let's say I wanted to go at Kwame Brown, I would, write, get pen and pad, and start writing some jokes because it's clear as day, son. This dude knows how to roast. So it's clear as day too. I think Allen Iverson had said it on Club Shay Shay. That is Shannon Sharp's podcast, I believe. Allen Iverson said, like, Kwame Brown has been this guy. Y'all just never seen him, but he's been this dude behind the scenes back in the day when he was playing ball. And the crazy part is Kwame Brown was like, y'all think I can roast? He had said Bubba Chuck, which is Allen Iverson, like Bubba. Fucking Allen Iverson can roast, he said. He said, and shit, that nigga roasted a little bit too good. So I'm telling you, I guess we're just seeing this side of him that we never seen. I think it's pretty dope, actually, because he just exposes a lot of things and it just makes you think. That's all. If you're a free spirit, free thinker, it just makes you think. And you just look and you just watch these fools just, put their feet in their mouth. So I think it's hilarious. Let's continue. Let's continue.
So you're wrong about that too. And you turned into a little bit of a Karen. Well, in your video, you turned into a Karen. Yeah, and I don't know what you talking about with all this black and white stuff. I got black friends. I live in a black neighborhood. I walk with the black people. I march with them. What? You march with us? You like black people because you walk with us? Nigga, what the fuck changed?
Exactly. This is the point I'm trying to make here is I don't think Pierre's listening to the words coming out of his mouth. Nigga, why would you say that? I walk with black people. I live in a black neighborhood. It's like he's trying to prove to the world, or at least prove to us, that he's one of us. That just told me he's not. Remember, if you listen to the podcast, man, damn it, I did not get that sister's name. That's why I love her. She keeps saying all skin folk is not kinfolk. Pierre's clearly not kinfolk. Clearly, if he speaks in that manner about us, that nigga's not down with us. Like, who talks like that? Like, who speaks like that? Like, if you have to draw your black card to defend your blackness, nigga, you already lost. That's just stupid. Like, you don't need to pull that card. If you're a black son, be proud that you're black. But if you have to explain, like, hey, I march, I don't march. I don't believe in that shit. That shit is stupid. Nothing gets changed when you march. It just makes the news for a little bit. Then the news cycle is done for like the next 2, 3, 4 days. And then nothing changes. You burn down shit, all that dumb shit. Nothing changes. What did you change by doing all that dumb marching? So no, I don't believe in marching. So no, I'm not marching with my black people. Nope. I will support you, but I ain't marching with you. I don't believe in that. I believe in passing laws that's actually going to affect our life because we're a nation of law and order. We're a nation of laws. That's what I want to see. Legislation coming up for a vote, not your blasted mouth in front of a microphone talking about, yeah, we're going to do this, change that, change, and then nothing don't happen. Or you go fucking march, Black Lives Matter, nothing happened. Nigga, that Black Lives Matter was just a slogan because Black lives don't matter. It don't matter, son. They proved it clear. They beating the Haitians with whips at the border. And it's not even on news media. I mean, it's making the rounds a little bit because I saw something today where Biden's press secretary was getting pressed by a black news reporter, which I was kind of shocked because, they're all part of that go along, get along gang. But I'm like, how is this not on every news outlet? How is this not trending on Twitter with all those blue checkmark people? Nope. They don't care because they're black. Man, let those people be fucking Germans, Italians. You think they would be whipping Germans and Italians from Europe or Spain? You think they would be getting whipped like that at that damn border? You must be mad, man. They would never get treated that way. They're white. It's only because those Haitians are black. It's the only reason why they're using the whip, because they look at our skin color as, I don't know, I can't understand. They just look at that black skin color as a threat. I just don't understand it. Like, why are they so intimidated by it? I kind of know why. Well, I'm just putting it out there. Like, why are they so intimidated by us? Why are they so willing to treat us inhumane? Why, son? Why are they so willing to treat us inhumane? I don't get it. But back to Pierre and Kwame Brown before I wrap up the pod. But this shit is hilarious.
This nigga said this is an uphill battle, and I will not fight against it. The homosexual community ain't going nowhere. Who the fuck asked the homosexual community to go anywhere? That would be literally asking some of my family members to go somewhere. No one said that, jackass. Boy, something wrong with you, boy. Something is wrong with you. You try to demonize. You guys are starting to be figured out very easily.
Yep.
Because instead of being able to have a simple conversation like we the people are trying to have, you always try to demonize the other side for just asking a question or having a different opinion. And that's sad, Pierre. And I'm glad you got booked for a show. But I would have respected you more, my nigga, if you'd have just said, I said your name for the algorithm, my nigga. I said your name so I can get booked for these shows. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to rock out. I don't mean that shit, my nigga. Fuck it. I rock with you. I salute you.
You see how real Kwame Brown is? Like his mindset is so different. Like he's like, yo, Drake, I would have respected you more if you would have just hollered at me offline and said, nigga, I'm just doing this shit because I'm trying to make some money, get some books. I don't mean none of this shit, but we can just play it off and you can cuss me out and you know what I mean? Like just be on some real shit. But Kwame sees the fuckery from this dude. Like he's seeing it like, nigga, you're just calling my name so you can get some shows. Like nigga, that's whack. That's dumb. But again, all skin folk and kinfolk. And I'm learning that too, the hard way. Like I learned that the hard way. So it's not every black person that I see that I'm all up in their grill. I let my spirit do the talking. Like my spirit meet you, my spirit let me know right off the jump if I'm fucking with you or not. Period. Because even at the JP, son, my spirit, there's certain people at my JP that I talk to, but I just be on a professional level, but my spirit don't like these motherfuckers. There's just some evilness coming from them. Like my spirit is, especially this one white brother there at the JPs, and my spirit is not feeling that dude at all. He hasn't done anything to me, but it's just something about him is off. So my spirit is like, stay away from this dude. So I stay away from him. I only talk to him on it's just anything related to the JP. Other than that, no small talk. I don't, if I see that dude, I don't even yell him up. I just keep him moving. Like I don't see that nigga. The only time I interact with this human is when I really have to because it's job related. Other than that, if it's not job related, I do not interact with this human being. My spirit doesn't like him. Like this, he gives off bad energy, put it that way. So I stay away. So I love how Kwame Brown just called Pierre out for his effery, man. Let's continue, and I'm gonna wrap it up.
Because you trying to sit here and play this nice guy shit now. I'm a fan of Kwame. I'm a friend of him. I'm a fan. When was you a fan of mine, nigga? When you said I got about 15 seconds of fame? The first thing you said about me, the first time I heard of Pierre after whatever movie I forgot, the first thing I heard was you say, yeah, man, that nigga Kwame Brown, boy, yeah, boy. Looking just like that nigga Kwame Brown. Seal looking face bitch that you are. That nigga Kwame Brown. Shit. Yeah, boy, this little 15 minutes of fame about that, boy. What are you at? About 4:45? Yeah, but we'll see. We never know. We'll see how long it lasts. That ain't respect, bitch. That ain't respect, motherfucker.
Exactly.
That ain't how you respect no motherfucking man.
Exactly.
I don't understand you niggas. I must be a foreign to you niggas.
No.
That is not how you respect a man. And that's why I don't got a lot of friends.
Same here.
Nigga, you don't talk to no man like that and then tell me, I'm sorry and we friends and I always respected you. Nigga, you ain't never said nothing respectful to me or about me. Every time you opened your mouth, up until today, you started with an apology and then you went back on to demonize it once again.
You see what I'm saying? Kwame Brown, I'm going to get into this podcast. I'm going to get into where I want to get into next week. Like the creativity is coming through me right now. But you see what he just said? Those are the core beliefs I believe in as a man. I don't have a bunch of niggas around me for a reason, son. Because niggas is condescending all the damn time. Like, I'm such an old school dude. Like, the way I was raised, grew up around certain cats. Son, no, I don't subscribe to that foolishness. Like, if you're going to apologize, nigga, mean it. If not, I ain't fucking with you. I'll take your little apology and keep it moving. But I'm like him, son. I don't want a bunch of dudes around me, son. My circle is very small. Very small. I'm a friendly guy. Don't get it twisted. I'm a nice dude. I'm humble, friendly, spiritual, chill, have an open mind. But I just know it's because of I'm all of those things doesn't mean, son, I'm gonna rock it with you. Like, no, no. Because I'm trying, like I understand humans a little bit. I'm just trying to learn humans more because I have to be in this physical world. So I need to figure out how these human minds work, like why they do certain stupid stuff. Like these are the things I'm trying to figure out. These are the things I'm trying to learn. You know, even at my age now, I'm still trying to learn how to interact with human beings because the human race is the weirdest race I've ever seen. It's really weird, man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it right there. I think we're gonna leave it right there. And you know what? I like this podcast tonight rather. It's late night for me right now because you know I work mid shift. So right now for me is late night. What is it? Time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, man. Like, you know, the world is going crazy, man. Like the world is flip upside down. A lot of things don't make no sense to me. And that's why I'm just trying to survive in this crazy world now. Now, this is why I kind of like keep to myself and, you know, just keep a small little circle and, you know, do my little podcast thing because this podcast thing is like therapy for me. So, like, I don't know what it is. Turn on this microphone and I can just go. Just go. There's so many topics I want to discuss, and I feel like I don't have enough time. And I feel like every time I turn on this microphone, I'm getting more and more confident. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I was a little shy at first. A little shy, a little nervous. But you know, listening to Kwame Brown, I'm like, yo, I think I want to talk about this on the pod. Because I know cats that I grew up with, they will like this message because they have that type of mindset. You know, we're becoming unicorns, man. The men who think like us, that think like me, think like Kwame Brown, we're becoming unicorns. We're becoming a rare thing. More and more men are becoming feminized. I'm talking about heterosexual masculine men are becoming feminized. Like they are really pushing hard to destroy the strong black man. Like they are really pushing hard. And it's scary, but I ain't going nowhere. Kwame Brown ain't going nowhere. My spiritual brother Alan ain't going nowhere. My spiritual brother Isaiah ain't going nowhere. My brother Ness ain't going nowhere. Dudgy ain't going nowhere. My man Liz ain't going nowhere. My man Blanc ain't going nowhere. My man Drew, my man Mr. Lowe. These are all men. You know what I mean? We're not going nowhere, man. So it doesn't matter how hard they try to push this silly agenda that they're trying to do. Traditional values in the black community is not going anywhere. Sorry. We're the one race. I've always said this. We are the one race. You cannot just continually to pull the wool over our eyes. When black people wake up and see like, okay, this buffoonery is enough, son. I always say it. When black people rise up, we're the most powerful human beings on earth. They know that. That's why they keep trying to have us be distracted. These conversations that we're having, they do not want these conversations to be taking place. They want you to be distracted by the buffoonery that they're throwing in front of us. I'm going to leave y'all with this, right? Food for thought for tonight. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Remember, we don't control or own anything.